He feels something, his body, but it's not the body he remembers. Everything is strange. His limbs feel short and weak. His fingers barely respond when he tries to move them. He wants to open his eyes, but even that feels like an impossible task. What is this? He tries to think, tries to recall what happened before this moment. Memories flood his mind. Earth, his past life, the normal, mundane existence he once had. The moments before he died. No, not just died. Something happened. A force beyond his understanding pulled him away from his old world, tearing him away from everything familiar. And now, he is here, wherever here is. Slowly, painfully, he forces his eyelids open. Blurry light floods his vision. Everything is unfocused, colors blending into each other. It takes him a moment to adjust before he realizes he is lying on the cold, hard ground. Above him, the sky is a deep crimson, as if painted in the colors of a dying sunset. But this isn't a normal sunset. The air is thick with an unnatural pressure, a lingering presence that sends shivers down his spine. It's ominous. And then, the scent of blood. The heavy metallic smell clings to the air, suffocating and overwhelming. His tiny body trembles involuntarily. Something is wrong. MC tries to move again, but his body refuses to listen. He feels so weak, so fragile. His fingers twitch, but that's all he can manage. The realization sets in. He isn't just in a new world. He is in the body of a newborn, a baby. The shock hits him like a thunderbolt. How? Why? Panic surges through his mind. He wants to scream, to ask questions, to demand answers. But no words come out, only a weak, barely audible sound. This is bad. No, this is worse than bad. He is completely helpless. And then he hears something. A voice. Deep, powerful, overwhelming. It reverberates through the air like the echo of a mountain collapsing. MC can't see where it's coming from, but the sheer presence of it makes his newborn body tremble even more. He has never felt something like this before. An aura so strong it feels like reality itself bends under its weight. He barely has time to process it before a shadow looms over him. A mysterious figure appears. A man stands there, tall, clad in dark robes that ripple despite the lack of wind. His presence alone commands absolute authority, as if the world itself acknowledges his dominance. MC's blurry vision barely lets him make out his features, but one thing is clear. This man is not ordinary. The ground beneath his feet is littered with bodies. Blood pools around him, the air heavy with the scent of death. This place, it wasn't just any battlefield. It was a massacre. And yet the man doesn't seem affected. His expression is calm, unbothered, as if everything around him is insignificant. His piercing gaze lowers, finally settling on MC. A pause, then a soft chuckle. So, you're still alive. His voice is deep, filled with amusement. Yet there's something else. Curiosity. MC doesn't know what to think. Who is this man? Why is he here? More importantly, what happened to lead to this scene? MC tries to speak, to ask something, anything. But once again, his newborn body betrays him. Only a weak sound escapes his lips. The man watches him for a moment before crouching down. His sharp eyes scan MC's tiny body. This is unexpected, he murmurs. Another pause. Then, you shouldn't be alive. MC's thoughts freeze. What does that mean? The man raises a hand. For a brief moment, a flicker of energy gathers at his fingertips. Dense, terrifying power that makes MC's entire body feel like it's being crushed under an invisible weight. Is he going to kill him? The thought sends a jolt of panic through MC's mind. But then, the energy vanishes. The man exhales, his expression unreadable. No, this is fate. He stares at MC again, longer this time. Then a faint smirk tugs at the corner of his lips. A rare constitution. No wonder you survived. He reaches out, Before MC can react, the man picks him up effortlessly, cradling his tiny body in one arm. The sheer difference in size makes MC feel even more powerless. The man glances around at the carnage one last time before turning away. Interesting. Very interesting. Without another word, he walks away, carrying MC with him. The journey begins. A mysterious fate. The sky remains stained in crimson as the man moves through the battlefield, stepping over the remains of warriors who had met their end. MC can do nothing but remain still, processing everything. Who is this man? Why did he pick him up? What did he mean by fate? Questions swirl in MC's mind, but no answers come. One thing, however, is clear. This man, whoever he is, just changed the course of MC's life forever. And so the journey begins. Chapter 2. The Mysterious Old Master. Darkness. The rhythmic sway of movement. The faint rustling of fabric. MC is being carried. The powerful man who took him from the battlefield moves without hesitation, each step steady and purposeful. There is no hesitation in his movements, no wasted motion. Even though MC's newborn body is weak and fragile, he can still feel it. This man is no ordinary warrior. A presence this overwhelming, this suffocating. If MC were in his old body, he would have been paralyzed by sheer instinctual fear. But right now, he is just a baby. Helpless. Dependent. The man carries him, without a word, the silence stretching on endlessly. MC has no idea where they are going or what awaits him at the end of this journey. Yet deep down, a thought lingers in his mind. This man is dangerous. And somehow, he just became his caretaker. Time passes. The landscape changes. The air becomes cooler, fresher. The oppressive scent of blood that once filled the battlefield fades away, replaced by the crisp scent of mountain air. MC can't turn his head to see, but he feels the difference. Then, suddenly, the movement stops. A moment of stillness. Then the man speaks. "We're here." His deep voice rumbles like distant thunder, calm yet carrying an undeniable weight. MC barely has time to process the words before he feels himself being placed down. The ground beneath him is smooth, polished stone. The temperature is cool, sending a faint shiver through his tiny body. Where is he? He struggles to move his head, his newborn muscles still too weak to respond properly. His vision, though still blurry, slowly adjusts to the dim lighting. A cave. No, not just a cave. A massive cavern, its walls carved smooth by hands rather than nature. The air is still, yet not stagnant. Faint glimmers of light reflect off strange, luminescent stones embedded in the walls. It's quiet, almost eerily so. Then footsteps, slow, purposeful. The man moves to stand over MC, his tall figure casting a long shadow across the cavern floor. For a long moment, he simply stares. Then, he kneels. His gaze sharpens, scanning MC's tiny body with unsettling intensity. A scrutinizing look, as if he is evaluating something far beyond what a normal newborn should possess. A silence stretches between them. Then, the man raises a hand. A thin, barely visible strand of energy emerges from his fingertips, brushing against MC's skin. The moment it touches him, shock runs through MC's entire body. It's not painful, but it's overwhelming, like a fire being ignited deep within his core, awakening something that had been buried inside him all along. MC doesn't know what's happening. His newborn body trembles uncontrollably. The man watches. His sharp eyes gleam with something close to amusement. Then, he exhales a low chuckle. "I see." A smirk tugs at the corner of his lips. His tone is unreadable, neither pleased nor displeased. A constitution like this, it shouldn't even exist in this world. MC barely registers the words before the man continues. Fate truly does work in mysterious ways. He pulls his hand away, the strand of energy vanishing. Then, he stands. "You are lucky, child." His tone shifts. There is no warmth in it, but there is certainty. From this moment on, you belong to me. The next few moments pass in silence. The man turns, walking toward the far end of the cavern. MC, still unable to properly move, is left alone in the quiet. His mind, however, is anything but still. A rare constitution? What did he mean by that? He doesn't know the specifics, but one thing is clear: this body is special. And because of that, this man has taken him in. MC isn't naive. Even if he is just a baby, his mind remains that of an adult. People do not show interest in something unless it has value. This man, this overwhelming presence, did not take him in out of kindness. No, there was something deeper at play here. MC doesn't know what he just got himself into. But one thing is certain: he no longer belongs to himself. Days pass. MC quickly realizes something. This place is completely isolated. There are no other people, no servants, no villagers, no other disciples. It is just him and the man. Time moves differently in this place. The days blend together, marked only by the subtle shifts in temperature and the glow of the luminescent stones within the cave. Though MC is still too young to move freely, his senses sharpen. He listens, he observes, and slowly he begins to understand. This man is powerful beyond imagination. He does not flaunt his strength. He does not boast or demonstrate his abilities unnecessarily. But his mere presence is enough. The air bends subtly around him. His every step carries an invisible weight, as if the very world acknowledges his existence as something beyond normal. This is not the kind of strength one attains through mere talent or effort. This is something absolute, something that should not be possible. And yet, this man exists. MC does not know his name. He does not know his past. But he knows one thing. This man is a monster, a legend hidden from the world. And now, he is MC's master. One night, as the cold mountain winds whisper through the cavern, MC hears the man's voice once again. There is no need for a name yet. His tone is calm but firm. You are still weak. A name holds power, and power must be earned. MC listens in silence. The man stands at the mouth of the cavern, looking down at the vast mountains stretching endlessly below. His gaze is distant, unreadable. This world is not kind, he murmurs. It will consume you the moment you reveal weakness. He turns his head slightly, his piercing eyes locking onto MC's small form. That is why I will make you strong. MC feels a shiver run through his body. This is no ordinary training. This is no ordinary master. This is the beginning of something irreversible, a life bound to a being that should not exist. And yet, deep inside his soul, something stirs. Excitement? Fear? A mix of both? MC does not know. But what he does know is this. From this moment on, his fate is no longer his own. Chapter 3. A new life in isolation. Time passes. Days, weeks, perhaps even months. MC remains in the secluded mountain, his world confined to the cavern and the immediate surroundings. His body is still weak, his newborn limbs incapable of doing much, but his mind is active. He observes, he listens, he learns. The first thing he realizes is that this place is unlike anything from his past life. Back on Earth, he had lived a normal existence, surrounded by technology, cities, and predictable routines. But here, the rules are different. Everything is raw, untamed. The air is thick with an energy he cannot quite explain, something that thrums beneath the surface of reality itself. And above all, this world is dangerous. Even in isolation, he can feel it. Something about the very atmosphere tells him that survival here is not guaranteed, that strength dictates everything. And at the center of it all, his master. MC's first encounter with this world's true dangers happens in the simplest of ways. One day, as he lies in his usual spot inside the cavern, he hears a sound, a deep, rumbling growl. At first, he thinks it's just his imagination. But then, it grows louder. A shadow moves at the entrance of the cave. Something massive looms outside. His heart pounds. Then, it steps into view. A beast, towering, covered in thick, dark fur, its golden eyes gleaming with intelligence. At first, MC assumes it's a bear, but no, this creature is too large, too unnatural. Its body crackles with strange energy, faint wisps of mist curling off its massive limbs. This is no ordinary animal. It knows he is there. For a moment, MC feels true fear. But then a sharp whistle. The beast freezes, and then it bows its head. A moment later, his master steps into view. Calm, unbothered, he barely glances at the beast before speaking in a low, commanding tone. "You're late." The beast growls lowly in response, almost as if it understands him. Then, without hesitation, it kneels. MC watches in stunned silence. His master steps forward, placing a hand on the creature's massive head. Then, something incredible happens. A surge of energy flows from his fingertips, shimmering like liquid light. The beast shudders, its fur bristling as it absorbs the energy. Then, it disappears. Not into the shadows, not into the distance. It vanishes into thin air. MC's mind races. What just happened? His master exhales, turning away. Still untamed. He glances at MC briefly before walking past him, muttering, "You'll see much stranger things than that." MC remains still, his mind buzzing. Beasts that obey humans, creatures that disappear into thin air. A master who can control them effortlessly. This world is beyond anything he imagined. Over the next few days, MC becomes increasingly aware of his master's sheer absurdity. Though the man does not speak much, his actions are enough. One morning, MC watches as his master splits a mountain. Not a boulder, not a tree, a mountain, with a single flick of his finger. MC stares, unable to process what he just witnessed. It wasn't an explosion. There was no loud impact. The mountains simply split apart, like cutting through paper, as if it was nothing. Another time, he watches his master stand before a roaring waterfall, one so powerful that even 100 men could not stand beneath its force. Yet, with a simple wave of his hand, the water freezes. Not into ice, not into mist. It simply stops, suspended in midair, as if time itself obeys his command. MC begins to realize this man does not just control martial arts, he controls the very fabric of this world. And what's worse, this is not even his full power. Every time he performs these impossible feats, his expression remains the same. Unimpressed, bored, as if this is nothing but a simple task to him. The days continue to pass. MC, still too young to train, does the only thing he can, he observes. And with each passing day, he understands more. This is not Earth. This is a world ruled by strength, a world where beasts kneel before those stronger than them, a world where a man can split mountains and freeze waterfalls with a thought, a world where power is everything. MC knows without a doubt that this world is far more dangerous than anything he has ever known. Back on Earth, survival was simple. Money, status, luck, those things mattered. But here, only strength matters. And right now, he has none. His master, however, he is a monster beyond comprehension. MC does not know what he has been pulled into. But one thing is certain. If he wants to survive, if he wants to carve his own path in this world, he must become strong, stronger than anyone, even if it means surpassing the monster who took him in. And so, in his tiny newborn heart, a resolve is born. A resolve to survive. A resolve to grow. A resolve to one day stand at the peak of this world, even if it means challenging fate itself. Chapter 4. First steps into training. Time flows differently in the mountain. Days turn into weeks, weeks into months. And before long, 3 years have passed. MC has grown. His infant body is now that of a small child, his limbs still short but stronger than before. More importantly, he can finally speak. For 3 years he has observed. He has watched his master perform impossible feats. He has seen beasts bow before him. He has witnessed power that defies logic. And now his time has come. Training begins. The first lesson, understanding weakness. It starts with no warning. One morning as the sun rises over the mountain, his master speaks. Stand. MC obeys. His legs are still small, unsteady, but he stands as best as he can. Then, his master tosses a boulder at him. A small one by this mountain's standards, but for a 3-year-old child, it is impossible. MC barely has time to react before the rock crashes down in front of him. His master speaks again, his tone calm, indifferent, lifted. MC stares. Is this a joke? But his master does not joke. Seeing no other option, MC bends down, wrapping his small hands around the rough surface. He pulls with all his might. It doesn't move, not even an inch. His arms tremble, his fingers ache, but the boulder remains as unmoving as the mountain itself. His master watches in silence. After a long moment, he speaks again. You are weak. A simple statement. A fact. And with that, the first lesson is complete. Crawling up cliffs and carrying stones. Training is relentless. There is no guidance, no explanations, no encouragement. Only commands. Crawl. MC finds himself at the base of a sheer cliff. His master does not tell him why. He does not offer safety ropes, nor does he warn him of the danger. He simply orders and expects obedience. So MC crawls. His fingers dig into cracks, his small feet press against the rough stone. His muscles burn, his body screams in protest, but he does not stop. Because stopping means failure. Stopping means proving his master right, that he is weak. So he keeps climbing. And when he reaches the top, breathless and shaking, his master does not praise him. Instead, he points to another cliff. Again, the training is endless. Some days, MC is forced to carry stones, each one heavier than before, until his arms can no longer move. Other days, he is told to run, across uneven terrain, up steep slopes, through freezing winds. There is never a reason given, never an explanation, just orders. His master never offers praise. He never says, good job. He only watches, judges. And when MC collapses, gasping for breath, he only says, not enough. Breaking the limits of a child's body. It does not take long for MC to understand the truth. This training is not normal. A child should not be able to endure this. A 3-year-old should not be capable of surviving this kind of training. And yet, he does. At first, he thinks it's simply endurance, willpower, sheer stubbornness. But then, he starts to notice changes. His body is adapting too quickly. Muscles that should take years to develop are forming faster than they should. His bones, instead of breaking, are becoming stronger. It is subtle at first, but then he realizes his constitution. That strange body his master mentioned 3 years ago, it is changing him. And the old man knows. This is why he does not hold back. This is why he pushes MC beyond human limits, because he knows MC can survive it. And if he can survive it, he can grow. A master who does not explain. Yet even as MC's strength increases, his master never explains his methods. Never tells him why he must crawl up cliffs instead of climbing normally. Never tells him why he must carry stones heavier than his own body. Never tells him why he must swing a wooden sword thousands of times without stopping. No explanations, no answers. Only training. At first, MC wonders, does his master simply enjoy tormenting him? But no, that is not it. This man is not cruel for the sake of cruelty. Everything he does, there is a reason. He simply refuses to explain it. Because explanations are a luxury. Because in this world, Understanding does not matter. Only results do. The birth of endurance. The days turn into months. Pain becomes familiar. Exhaustion becomes routine. And soon, it is no longer suffering. MC stops thinking about how much his muscles ache, stops questioning why he must carry stones up mountains. He simply does it. Because this is training. Because this is survival. Because this is the first step to becoming strong. And when his master watches him with those unreadable eyes saying nothing MC knows, this is only the beginning. Chapter 5. Learning to control the body. Time has shaped MC into something beyond an ordinary child. His muscles, once frail, are now firm. His endurance, once non-existent, has grown to unnatural levels. He no longer questions the purpose of his training. He simply endures. But one day his master gives him something different. Not another physical task, not another brutal trial. Instead, he speaks. Sit. MC obeys. His master settles in front of him, his expression unreadable. Then, in a calm voice, he gives a single command: breathe. The strange breathing technique. At first, MC does not understand. Breathe? That's it? Compared to crawling up cliffs and carrying stones, this seems pointless. But his master does not explain. He simply orders. So, MC follows. He breathes. Inhale. Exhale. At first, nothing happens. Minutes pass, then an hour. His legs grow numb from sitting still, but he does not complain. He simply breathes. But then something changes, feeling the flow of energy. A strange sensation rises in his chest. At first, it is faint, like a distant ripple on the surface of a still lake. But as he continues, it grows stronger. A warmth spreads through his limbs, subtle but undeniable. It is unlike anything he has ever felt before. Something within him is moving. At first, he thinks it's just his imagination. But then he opens his eyes, and he sees it. The air around him is different. It is not just empty space. It is filled with something invisible yet tangible. Energy. Something he could never perceive before. Something he now realizes has been surrounding him this whole time. And now, for the first time, he is touching it. Cultivation. The first step. His master watches in silence as MC's breathing deepens, his small body trembling slightly from the unfamiliar sensation. But just as quickly as the energy appeared, it fades. The moment he loses focus, it vanishes like mist in the wind. MC gasps, his breath shaky. Well, what was that? His master remains silent for a long moment before speaking. You've taken your first step. MC's mind races. First step? Towards what? But his master does not elaborate. Instead, he simply says, continue. The growth of stamina and strength. Days turn into weeks. Each morning, MC wakes up before dawn, breathing. At first, the energy only appears for a few seconds before slipping away. But as time passes, he lasts longer. The warmth circulates through his limbs more naturally. His body no longer trembles under its influence. His stamina increases. Suddenly, the tasks that once exhausted him, carrying stones, climbing cliffs, become easier. His muscles recover faster. His strength lasts longer. Something inside him is changing. And for the first time, he understands. This is not just breathing. This is something far greater. This is cultivation, the realization. One evening, as MC meditates beneath the stars, he finally understands the true nature of this world. Strength does not come from mere training. It does not come from physical effort alone. It comes from this energy. It is the key, the source of power his master wields. The force that allows beasts to defy nature, the foundation of everything. And now he is starting to grasp it. His master, sitting nearby, gives a rare nod of approval. You're starting to see it. MC clenches his fists. This is just the beginning. But for the first time, he truly believes one day he will stand at the peak of this world. And it all begins with a single breath. Chapter 6. Unraveling the basics of cultivation. MC has endured pain. He has climbed cliffs, carried stones, and pushed his body to its limits. But now something has changed. He has felt it. The energy that flows unseen. The power that lingers in the air. His first taste of cultivation. And yet, he knows nothing about it. Until now. The old man speaks. The morning is silent. The mountain air crisp. MC sits before his master, his breathing steady, his mind still filled with the sensation from the night before. For the first time, his master does not order him to train. Instead, he speaks. You have touched it. MC looks up, eyes sharp. The energy. His master nods. Good. Then you are ready to learn. A rare moment. His master is not one to explain things easily. MC listens intently, knowing that every word is important. What is cultivation? His master's voice is calm, yet carries immense weight. In this world, there exists a force beyond what the common eye can see. Some call it chi, others call it spiritual energy, some even refer to it as essence. But the name does not matter. What matters is its power. MC listens, absorbing every word. This energy is everywhere. In the air, in the ground, in the living creatures that walk this world. But only a few can grasp it, and even fewer can control it. His master's gaze sharpens. This is cultivation, the path of refining one's body and soul to harness this power. The path to standing above all others. MC's heart pounds. A way to surpass normal limits. A way to become stronger than anything else. But before excitement can overtake him, his master's voice turns cold. But remember this, power is a curse as much as it is a blessing. The dangers of rushing cultivation. MC frowns. A curse? His master nods. Cultivation is a dangerous path. Those who rush forward without understanding, they die. His words are firm, without hesitation. You may think that feeling the energy for the first time means you are ready. You are not. What you felt was nothing but a drop in an endless ocean. MC stays silent. Many have tried to seize power too quickly. They force their bodies beyond their limits. They push their souls into realms they are not ready for. His master's eyes darken. And do you know what happens to them? MC shakes his head. They shatter. A single word, but its weight is heavy. Their bodies collapse from the strain. Their minds are consumed by the energy they cannot control. Their souls burn away until nothing remains. MC swallows hard. You will not rush. His master's tone is final. You will take each step slowly. You will build your foundation, or you will die before you even begin. Silence hangs between them. Then his master speaks again. Now we return to training, the true purpose of physical training. At first, MC is confused. If cultivation is the key to power, then why continue with the brutal physical training? His master sees his doubt, and for once, he explains. Cultivation is not just about energy. The body is the vessel that holds power. If the vessel is weak, it will break. He raises a single finger, and in an instant, a small burst of energy appears. MC's breath catches. The energy is invisible, yet he can feel it. A dense, overwhelming pressure surrounding that single finger. His master continues. To control energy, you must have control over your body. If your body is weak, the energy will tear you apart from within. MC finally understands. All this time, the brutal training was not just for strength. It was to prepare his body to withstand power. To make sure that when he finally begins cultivation in earnest, he will not break. The first step, mastering the basics. His master stands. Your training will now change. MC listens carefully. You will still continue your physical training, But now you will also learn how to properly circulate energy. He gestures for MC to sit. Focus on your breathing again. MC obeys. Inhale. Exhale. The energy is there, lingering just out of reach. Good. Now I will teach you the proper way to guide it. Guiding energy through the body. His master speaks slowly, carefully. There are pathways within your body, meridians. They are invisible, but they exist. They are the roads through which energy flows. MC concentrates. Right now you are merely touching the energy, but true cultivation means learning how to move it. MC's breathing deepens. He tries, he focuses. He feels the energy, but it will not move. Minutes pass, then hours. Sweat drips from his forehead. His body trembles, but nothing happens. His master is silent, watching. MC clenches his fists. Why won't it move? Then, his master finally speaks. Your body is not yet ready. MC's eyes widen. His master sighs. This is why we build a foundation first. If your body is not strong enough, the energy will refuse to flow. MC feels frustration rise, but he swallows it down. This is the reality of cultivation. There are no shortcuts. The will to endure. For the next few weeks, MC returns to relentless training. The weight of stones increases. The cliffs grow steeper. The running becomes longer. But now, he understands why. Every step, every drop of sweat, every moment of pain, it is all preparing his body for the real path ahead. And each night, after training, he sits in meditation, breathing, feeling, waiting. The energy is there, still distant, still resisting. But something has changed. Each day it feels a little closer. Each night it lingers for a little longer. He is not ready yet, but he will be, because he will not break. He will endure. And when the time comes, he will step onto the true path of cultivation. He has climbed cliffs with torn hands. He has carried stones until his muscles screamed. He has breathed until his lungs burned, feeling the energy within him just out of reach. But now his training takes a cruel turn, because now he must fight. Not against humans, not against trained opponents, but against beasts. Wild, untamed, and merciless. And they will not hold back. A new trial begins. One morning, MC wakes to find his master standing outside the cave, arms crossed. His expression is unreadable. You've trained your body. His voice is calm, almost indifferent. Now it's time to train your instincts. MC frowns. Instincts? His master steps aside. And behind him, a cage. A massive iron structure, its bars bent and scratched as if something inside had tried to tear them apart. MC's breath stills. Then, a low growl. His heart pounds. Inside the cage, staring at him, with gleaming, hungry eyes, a beast. The first battle. Before MC can process the situation, his master gestures with a flick of his hand. The cage door swings open. The beast lunges. MC barely has time to react. Instinct takes over. He throws himself to the side, feeling the rush of wind as sharp claws slice the air where he had just stood. Dust kicks up. The beast turns. It is not done. MC scrambles to his feet, mind racing. He has no weapon, no armor, just his body. He steals a glance at his master, cold and unmoving, watching but refusing to intervene. This is a test. MC grits his teeth. Then I have to survive. The fight for survival. The beast pounces again. MC ducks, barely avoiding the strike. His training kicks in. He moves, weaving through the attacks, his breath steady despite his racing heart. But he is not strong enough yet. A claw grazes his shoulder. Pain explodes through him. Blood stains his clothes. MC stumbles, gasping. The beast circles him, sensing weakness. It growls low, preparing for the final attack. Is this it? MC clenches his fists. No, he won't die here. He refuses. The moment the beast leaps, MC moves. Not away, forward. His hands grab the beast's throat. His body screams in protest, muscles burning, but he holds on. The beast thrashes, trying to shake him off. MC grits his teeth, legs locking around its torso, his grip tightening. It claws at him. His skin tears. He doesn't let go. His master watches, still silent. And then, a snap. The beast collapses. MC gasps, arms shaking. His whole body aches. Blood drips from his wounds. But he is alive. The master's cold words. His master steps forward, looking down at him. Pathetic. MC flinches. He can barely stand. He just fought for his life, and yet slow, sloppy. You hesitated. His master's voice is sharp, cutting deeper than any wound. If that beast had been stronger, you would be dead. MC's fists clench. His master turns. Get up! MC grits his teeth, forcing himself to his feet. His vision sways, pain screaming through every muscle. But he does not collapse. His master nods. The first fight is always the hardest. He walks away, his back to MC. You will fight again tomorrow. MC exhales. This is only the beginning. The endless cycle of pain, the next day, another beast, and the next, and the next. The fights become brutal. MC barely has time to recover before he is thrown into another battle. His body is covered in wounds. His muscles ache constantly. He wakes up sore, yet is still forced to fight. But something is changing. With each fight, he grows sharper. His reactions become faster. His strikes become stronger. And his body begins to adapt, the unnatural growth. One night, MC stares at his own hands. Just a few weeks ago, he struggled to fight even the weakest beasts. Now, his muscles are harder. His stamina lasts longer. His wounds, they heal faster than they should. He clenches his fists. Something inside him is different. He remembers his master's words from before. You have a rare constitution. Is this what he meant? Is this why, despite the relentless training, despite the endless pain, he is still standing? MC doesn't know the answer. But he does know one thing. He is not normal. And maybe, just maybe, he never was. Master's approval. A rare moment. One evening, after another brutal fight, MC stands with bloodied fists panting. His master watches him. For the first time, he nods. You're improving. It is the first praise he has ever received. And for some reason, it means more than anything else. MC wipes the blood from his face, chest heaving. He will keep growing. No matter how much it hurts. No matter how many times he is thrown into battle. Because this is just the beginning. Chapter 8, A Lesson in Survival. Jin Moo-won woke up to silence. For a moment, he thought it was another early morning, another day of relentless training under his master's cold gaze. But something was wrong. The air felt different, empty. His master was gone. No instructions, no food, no supplies. Just an eerie stillness that pressed down on him. Moo-won sat up, frowning. Did he leave for something? Would he return soon? He pushed himself up, wincing at the dull aches running through his body. His wounds from the last battle had mostly healed, unnaturally fast, just as he had noticed before. His constitution was different, but he still didn't understand how. Shaking off the thought, he stepped out of the cave, scanning the familiar landscape of the secluded mountain. Nothing. Where did the old man go? Then a faint rustling caught his ear. He turned sharply, body tense, instincts sharpened from his past fights. From the thick bushes, a figure stumbled forward, a young boy covered in dirt, panting heavily. Moo-won immediately recognized him. a boy from a nearby mountain village. He had seen him once or twice when his master had briefly wandered down the slopes for supplies. The boy's eyes widened when he saw Muwan. He pointed, breathless. "Jin Muwan, you're here!" Muwan stiffened at the name. He had never thought much about it. It was the name given to him when he was taken in by his master. A name that had become his identity in this new world. Jin Muwan. The name sounded strange, even after all these years. But it was his now, his alone. The boy looked around wildly, confusion clear on his face. "Where's the old man? Why are you alone?" Muwan narrowed his eyes. "Gone." The boy's expression shifted. He hesitated for a moment before stepping back. Well, I just came up here to see if the rumors were true. They say the old man is a monster, and you..." Muwan stayed silent, waiting. The boy swallowed. "Never mind, forget it." Without another word, he turned and sprinted back into the trees, disappearing into the wilderness. Muwan exhaled slowly. That was the first time in a long while that someone had said his name. And now he was alone. Completely. The harsh reality of isolation. His master did not return that day, nor the next. At first, Muwan waited, thinking this was just another test of patience. But by the third day, hunger gnawed at his stomach. His body was used to hardship, but without food, his strength would soon fade. By the fourth day, he understood. This was part of his training. His master had abandoned him, not permanently, but to force him to survive on his own. No more hand-fed meals, no more guidance, no more safety. If he wanted to live, he had to figure it out himself, hunting without a weapon. Muwan had never truly hunted before. Yes, he had fought beasts in combat, but that was different. Then he had been defending himself, forced into battle with only his instincts. Now he had to kill before he was seen. The first attempt was a disaster. He tried to chase a rabbit through the underbrush, but his steps were too loud. The moment he moved, the creature darted away. He tried again, lunging at a bird perched low on a branch, only for it to flap away at the last second. By the fifth failure, frustration burned inside him. All of his training, all of his strength, and he couldn't even catch a simple animal. But Muwan was not one to give up. Lessons from a past life. He sat down, thinking. His life before this world had been different. A place where survival wasn't about fighting beasts with bare hands, but about knowledge and strategy. And yet, knowledge was power. He remembered things, simple things. Traps, snares, primitive tools. Slowly. Chapter 9. The awakening of internal energy, a change within. Jin Muwan had survived. 10 days alone in the wilderness had stripped him of any illusions. His body had adapted, his instincts had sharpened, and his mind had adjusted to the harsh reality of survival. But even as he conquered the physical trials, something else was stirring, something inside him. At first, it was subtle. A warmth in his chest when he moved, a tingling in his limbs when he focused. A strange presence within him that had not been there before. It was faint, like a whisper he could barely hear. But it was there, and it was growing. The strange sensation, Muwan said in silence, his body still aching from hunger and exhaustion. His master had returned the day before, but as always, the old man offered no explanations, no praise, only a nod of approval. That was all he received for his struggle. But Muwan didn't care. He had gained something more valuable, a new understanding of himself. He closed his eyes, recalling the strange warmth in his body. It wasn't just heat. It wasn't just his blood flowing. It was something else, something alive. He focused on it, tried to grasp it, and then a pulse, like a second heartbeat. His breath hitched, his muscles tensed. For a brief moment, he felt power. Then it faded. His eyes snapped open, and he exhaled slowly. This was something new, something important. The first signs of cultivation, Wan spent the next few days experimenting. Every night after hunting and eating, he sat down in the quiet of the forest and focused inward. He traced the strange warmth in his body, feeling it shift, change, grow. It was slow. It was frustrating, but he was patient. And then one night it happened. As he sat in meditation, a deep breath filling his lungs, the warmth suddenly surged. It wasn't just a flicker this time. It wasn't a brief pulse. It was movement, like a river beginning to flow. Wan gasped as he felt it spread from his chest to his limbs, an invisible force running through his veins like liquid fire. His skin tingled, his mind sharpened. For the first time, he could feel the energy within him, the master's observation. The next morning, Wan trained as usual. But something had changed. His movements felt lighter. His body responded faster. His strikes carried more force than before. His master watched him in silence. Then, after a long pause, he spoke. "You felt it, didn't you?" Wan froze. So his master knew. Of course he knew. The old man always knew more than he let on. Wan slowly nodded. Yes. His master studied him for a moment, then gave a slight nod. This is only the beginning. He turned away, as if the conversation was over. Wan clenched his fist, feeling the faint trace of energy still flowing within him. The beginning of what? He didn't know, but he would find out, no matter what it took. Chapter 10. Understanding Strength and Weakness. A Newfound Power. Wan could feel it. The energy inside him was no longer a fleeting sensation. It was real. It flowed through his body like a hidden current, strengthening his muscles, sharpening his mind. His movements felt lighter, his strikes faster. Every step, every breath, everything felt different. For the first time since he arrived in this world, he felt powerful. But that feeling was short-lived. His master had been watching him train in silence, as he often did. Today, however, there was something different in his eyes, a hint of amusement. And then, he spoke. "You think you've made progress?" It wasn't a question. Wan hesitated, then nodded. "I can feel the energy inside me. My body is changing." His master exhaled through his nose. Not quite a sigh, not quite a laugh. "So you think you're strong now?" Wan opened his mouth, then stopped. The way his master said it made something in his chest tighten. It was a trap. But before he could figure out how to respond, his master took a single step forward, and Wan's world collapsed. A mere fraction of true power. The air changed. The trees trembled. The ground beneath Wan's feet cracked. A force, invisible, suffocating, absolute, descended upon him. His knees buckled, his breath caught in his throat. His body refused to move. His master stood before him, unchanged. He had not raised a hand, had not drawn a weapon. He had only taken one step. Wan gasped for air. What was this? The energy inside him, the power he had been so proud of, felt like a candle against a raging storm. His master's voice cut through the pressure. "You feel it, don't you?" Wan struggled to lift his head. "That difference," his master continued, "between you and me." Wan's hands trembled as he pressed them against the ground, forcing himself up. He refused to kneel. But his master only watched, unimpressed. "You are a frog at the bottom of a well," he said. "You caught a glimpse of the sky and thought you understood the heavens." A wave of force slammed into Wan's chest. He flew backward, crashing against a tree. The impact rattled his bones, but he barely felt the pain, because his mind was still reeling from what just happened. His master hadn't touched him. It was just his presence, just his aura. and Mu-Wan had been completely powerless. The weight of weakness. His master walked toward him, footsteps slow, deliberate. "The energy inside you," he said, "is nothing." Mu-Wan gritted his teeth. Nothing? He had felt it. He had felt faster, stronger. His master flicked his wrist. A gust of wind roared past Mu-Wan, slicing through the trees behind him. He turned, his breath hitching. The trees were gone, cut clean in half. A single motion, a casual flick of the wrist. His master had just erased a piece of the world. And Mu-Wan had thought he was strong. He clenched his fists. The excitement from his recent progress, the pride he had felt, it now seemed childish. His master's power wasn't something he could reach by simply training a little harder. It was something beyond comprehension. His master looked down at him, expression unreadable. "You understand now." Mu-Wan swallowed. His throat was dry. He understood. But that understanding brought with it an unbearable weight. The flame of determination. Mu-Wan didn't know how long he sat there. His master had walked away, leaving him alone in the aftermath of that lesson. His mind replayed everything. The suffocating pressure, the effortless destruction, the sheer gap between him and his master. It wasn't fair. It wasn't just a difference in skill. It was a difference in existence. Was this what true power was? Was this what it meant to stand at the peak? Mu-Wan exhaled slowly. The despair in his chest. It was real. It was heavy. But something else burned beneath it. A fire. This feeling, this humiliation. It would not break him. It would fuel him. He had seen true power. He would reach it, no matter how long it took, no matter what he had to do. Jin Mu-Wan clenched his fists. He was weak, but he wouldn't stay that way forever. This was only the beginning.